The voice commands are so sensitive on this camera. That is a very narrow pathway there. So I was having some complications trying to get the camera to begin the video. I have to be careful what I say or the video will stop before I want it to. So the camera would not begin a new video because I accidentally touched the screen, which was giving me the option of I should probably turn the screen off. That way when I accidentally touch the screen, it won't interrupt the recording. So I moved the camera to the other side of the helmet and see how that goes. The reason I did that was so the cords will hang down instead of sticking up and getting grabbed by the branches of like trees that have branches hanging down. Those cords kept getting pulled out. So by putting the camera on the other side, now the cords face down, but the camera is still at the same height. So it could still hit the camera, it still could reframe it by turning the camera, like moving it back. We'll see what happens, one step at a time, right? So today, one of the main things I want to practice is sitting down again. I noticed it was hard for me to practice sitting down in a group because I just want to stand up. And that standing up does not make me better at sitting down. Where is the exit here? Oh, there it is. See if I could turn a sharp right turn. Yes. That looks like a car hit that and broke it. Pushed it over. I'm really glad I have my jacket on. What I mean is two jackets. So I have my motorcycle jacket, which is it breathes, that lets air in and will not keep me warm. There's a group of bicycles. Okay, I have to make a decision on which way I'm going to go. I think I know where I'm going to go right now. I found a new path into the park here. So we're going to take that. I'm going to take that path right now. We'll take it together. There's a bicycle riding with the cars. That is perfectly legal. I don't know how safe it is, but it's allowed. I hope this car doesn't pull out suddenly. Oh, it became cold very quick. just by moving. What do they call it? The wind chill factor? Interesting, right? Okay, I was going to make a left over here, but I don't see an opportunity. Or is there? Yes. That loud bus was very intimidating. But I know once the mass, that 99.99% empty space that we call material universe or bus, yes, the whole universe exists in the bus, and the bus exists in the material universe. What am I talking about? All the books I read, particle physics, all the different physics. I don't read about things that tell me I can't do things, though. It's boring. Anyone that looks at the past 100 years will see that we keep thinking that we know everything by saying we've discovered everything. And we keep saying the same things over and over. 100 years ago we said, oh, everything, we know so much, like, we know everything, there's nothing else to know. Unless we discover new things further in space, but we know what we know, right? No. My teachers say the greatest inventors are children that grow up to create their dreams come true. That's paraphrasing. But what they're saying is that a child will see something on TV. Okay, I'm sitting down now. And they'll grow up and build it. They'll make it. Well, they'll find a way to make it. Okay, so I'm sitting down. My nose is itching and I have goggles on and a helmet. How do I scratch my nose? Oh gosh. Okay, I don't think I can do it with moving, can I? I might have to stop. And then if I stop, it'll be easier to scratch. Oh, maybe I could just go like this. Oh, got it. Oh gosh, I'm gonna crash. I was afraid of that. I lost my concentration by scratching my nose. Okay. Wouldn't it be interesting if we said, like today, oh, we're wasting more than half of our money on gasoline just making heat. Like the fuel, the way we burn the fuel in the engine, the catalytic converter burns up the fuel, the unburnt fuel, and the engine itself makes a lot of heat, right? Imagine how fast, you ever overheated your car or seen a car overheat, how fast it overheats when the cooling system has a malfunction? The Department of, what was it, Department of Energy? I think it was the Department of Energy, referred to the engine, the internal combustion engine, as a heat engine. It's a heat engine. What it really is a heater, and it has wheels on it. That makes no sense. We talk about efficiency, but we're wasting all that energy. So this channel, in the beginning, I talked a lot about efficiency and engines. I was always curious about the engine and how we use energy to move, right? Didn't you think we'd have like intergalactic spaceships by now, where we travel to different galaxies and get to meet all the life in the universe? Didn't you think we'd be doing that by now? Oh, this was a direct path over to this area. I'm not sure. I thought for a second I thought I knew where I was. I don't. I thought I did though. I guess it'd be easy to get lost up here. My backpack was light until I put a bunch of water in there. Water's important though, right? So if we're gonna have something heavy in our backpack, it should be water. Oh, nice bird. Okay, let's practice. We're gonna do more practicing sitting down right now. I should lean this back, but you know what? I'm comfortable. Here's the reason I'm leaving the unicycle at -3 degrees leaning forward. Because when I ride it on the street, It's really comfortable to ride with it leaning forward, -3 degrees, which is leaning forward on the links. And I see horse feet here. I mean the patterns of the horseshoes. So if I see a horse, I have to pull over and stop. That's the rule. Okay. The rangers said they can give tickets up here, so I'm not recommending you do this. Do not do this. Don't do what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going downhill. Look how beautiful it is up here, looking down over the city. Now imagine being in a spaceship, looking at galaxies. I mean, we do that from cameras. There's no reason we can't do it. We have all the technology to travel anywhere in the universe right now. What I mean is, it's all been discovered. John Searle, he has a warp drive Searle effect generator. It coheres the energy in space. I'm talking about the megawatts of energy that Richard Feynman talked about, Nobel Prize winner, taught at Caltech for 37 years. Yeah, you don't teach at Caltech unless you really know what you're talking about, and you also don't win a Nobel Prize unless you really, really know what you're talking about. And then people say, well, he was talking about an energy that's theoretical, and it's not, you can't actually do anything with it. I'm like, no. I mean, that's fine for if someone wants to believe that. All of my research indicate that we already use the energy in small amounts. That's how our whole world, it sustains our world, it sustains the material universe. It informs, what did Einstein say? I was going to say it informs the material universe. Einstein said that the material existence, this took me a while to really grasp, and I feel that I finally have like some kind of sense of it. Einstein said that the material universe, right, material existence, I could already tell this is a very steep hill. It's like drop straight down. Oh wow, I might have to stand up, I'm not sure. I don't want to pick up too much speed, that's the thing. Oh gosh. I have to be careful. Oh, this is working. I thought I was going to pick up too much speed and crash. I do want to start crashing like Roger EUC crashes. When he crashes, he keeps his most of the time he keeps his feet on the pedal, on the footrests. He stays connected to the electric unicycle, and he just rolls. Like, I just saw him crash going on a downhill. There was another video that showed him successfully complete that hill properly on his next attempt. This looks like we hit an end here. Not sure though. Let's see. Is there a path over here? No. Looks like this might be the end. Hi. Is this the end of the trail? Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Have a good night. I never went down this path before. It never hurts to be kind, right? Now, bullies will take advantage of that and they'll just beat you up even if you're kind. But there's ways to deal with that. For one, don't escalate, and then talk to your friends. Say, what should I do about this situation? And, you know, it turns out that bullies are just people, and they might be doing a bullying action, but they actually could be very kind under certain situations and circumstances. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. Just growing up and seeing people that picked on people and then getting to know them and watching how they are with people that are stronger than them. You ever seen someone that's bullying people, but then they talk to someone that's much stronger than them? They'll act very sweet and nice and kind. It's like, wow, is this the same person? So we use the word bully, but I'm not sure if how long that word will last, because there could be another word for it. But like my teacher said, everything is miscommunication. There's no perfect communication. I think I came down that hill, so I'll go down this road. Oops, I almost fell. Now my guess is, I noticed from riding on these trails that when I ride on the street sitting down, it seemed really, really so easy. And I'm just guessing that that's in part It's nice that I could just turn the mirror and see if the camera's recording. I used to have to use my phone and look at the reflection. Now I can just look at the mirror. I forgot what I was saying. I'm so good at losing my train of thought. Usually comes back though. I always think that's a path, like a beginning of a path going somewhere, and it's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's for the water to go down. Okay, so practicing sitting down. Oh, I was saying that when I ride on the street, on the ground, on the regular roads, I have to watch out for the rangers. The other day I was up here and a ranger came around the corner pretty fast. It wasn't that he was going fast. He might have only been going a couple miles an hour. But it was that the engine was revving up, right? Because he has to keep his RPMs up just to make the truck go up the hill. And I think it's an automatic transmission which will rev up when you're going uphill, right? It'll rev. Because that's what internal combustions have to do. They have to rev up to get that optimum RPM, the optimum spin of the engine. Wow, this is rough. I think these are genuine fire roads where it's made for the fire trucks to come up here if there's ever a fire. It's not really made for going through. Well, it looks like it's good for horses. I'm not sure it's good for, well, it's probably good for walking, right? I don't know what else it's good for though. What else could go up this? You can't see how steep this is. It's pretty steep. And the chances of me falling over are really high right now. And I usually get stuck in the ruts. I call them ruts, but it's where the water makes a line in the road and it grabs the tire, it just slips. So I think one of the reasons that some people are able to grab onto the wheel, the electric unicycle, when they're crashing is because they don't want the wheel rolling away, because it'll just roll, and it can actually accelerate. If it doesn't lay down and turn off, it can actually take off. If you watch YouTube videos of like electric unicycles crashing, one of the words sometimes used is like it's like a chainsaw. That wheel spins. I'm not sure if the new ones are doing it because they really improved the software and the safety of these. Now they just shut off. When you get off of it, it shuts off. But under certain conditions, I think it's possible that some models could accelerate, right? When the conditions are just right. And, but if you stay on it, maybe you have more control of it. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you, my shoulders and my arms are really, really sore right now. They're burning. The muscles are burning because I'm holding my arms out to balance. You ever held your arms out for a long period of time? I'll tell you right now, if a pack of coyotes come at me, I'm standing up and going full speed. You want to hear an interesting story? I think I died when I was around 10 years old. I was in a really bad car accident. I was hit by a drunk driver. They had drugs and alcohol in their system, a lot. And they were racing their vehicle. They hit me. I was really little. I broke my tibia, fibula, and my femur, shattered them. And Huntington Hospital in Pasadena was able to get me all put back together. That's how I describe it. And this is a very steep hill. I have no idea where I'm going. And it's been a good life. In other words, I'm here, and that's good. I should write about it. Maybe that's what I'm doing right now, is my journal, right? Some people get very frustrated that I don't have the comments turned on. Well, it's just, you know, like I always say, 99% of the comments are supportive, positive, kind, loving, and caring. And there'll be like 0.00001% that are irrelevant, negative, and what's that? A big bug. I think that was called a potato bug. I don't know if I've ever been to this area over here. I don't exactly know where I am right now. do think I'll go back though, because I just feel like we're going down and down and down. These roads probably go throughout all the mountains. That's my guess. Because they have to have roads to be able to go through these areas for the fire trucks, right? So I have to get used to the camera being on the left side of the helmet, because I learned to and I know the framing was not perfect before, but I learned to kind of angle my head. Yeah, I'm sliding all over the place. To angle my head to have a shot of, you know, of what I think people might want to look at. And now I have to get used to that, the camera being on the left side. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cruise up at a higher speed just to get through this area. Wow, this is very slippery. Wow, the wheel's just sliding all over. You can imagine riding in this and then getting on a paved street or like a bike path, and how nice it is to ride on that. So I do think this could be good training, because it's like, it's kind of extreme, right? It's extreme conditions. So even though the Lynx has like the best suspension you can buy on an electric unicycle, and the same with the Sherman L. I think there's a few other models that share that suspension, but Sherman L has a lot more range, which is important for only a few more pounds. But there's so much bumps here. It's still bumpy. It's smooth but bumpy still. So we have a big ride tomorrow. If all goes well, I will be filming that on the camera, if everything's still working good, and it should be. James was talking about getting some cortisone injections, and I was thinking to myself, those didn't work for me. I actually had more pain when I had the cortisone injections. It felt like it was dissolving my body, like my bone. And that's what it's doing, I think. I think it makes they say it makes the bones weaker, right? Cortisone injections. So if you have pain, what do? I suggested the Hypervolt, VOLT. And it's a massage gun, and it's really powerful, and I use it at my physical therapy, and it works well. And the therapist said, don't get the inexpensive massage guns. He said spend a good amount on one, because it does make a difference. And it's not just, I mean, anybody could just price something high, right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about, see what, like, you know, to me, I would think, see what the physical therapists are using. Someone was telling me, oh, well, you don't know if those were given to them and if they're really good, but you can ask them these questions. I keep forgetting to ask that. But I do know that the way their massage guns feel, for example, on my ankle, which I'm having worked on, it's so powerful compared to the one I have, which the one I have, which was, it's just a low-cost massage gun. When I say that, it's probably, I don't know how much it was, less than 100. The battery goes dead fast. It's not the most powerful, you know. It feels like I could feel the difference in quality compared to the physical therapist. So if I'm feeling a difference, I do want to ask them how it came to be that they have their massage guns they use. Like, did they choose them themselves? How did they pick it? You know, or is it just given to them? And, like, you know, and then that way people can say, oh, well, they use it, so it must be good. I do want to ask that, but I can feel the quality of it. I feel like a really high percentage of chance that I'm going to see a ranger and it's going to startle me and I'm just going to fall off my electric unicycle. I hope I don't, though. Because I know they patrol these roads to keep them safe. They have cameras everywhere here in this park, by the way. Okay, I don't know where I came from, and I don't know where I'm going. But I am exploring. Shall we explore together? I know there's a sign right there, but I don't know what all these places are anyway, so even if I read it, it's not going to probably help me. Wonder if there's bears up here. I haven't heard reports of bears up here. I know there's coyotes. The most I've seen is like 2 coyotes together, which surprises me because I think they run in packs. I mean, I've always been told that. But where are they? Where's the packs at? I'm not looking for them. That's for sure. It's funny, I kept trying to get the video to start and it wouldn't start. So when I was putting the helmet on, I bumped the screen with my glove and it took it to a menu. And I guess when it's on that particular menu, okay, I don't know where this is going, it won't let me make a get a video started. Oh, there's a bird just sitting there, right? Interesting path. I don't think I need to go on a path like this. I'll stay on the bigger ones. It's just so small. The small paths tend to get to points where there's like rocks and like rock step-ups where I have to lift the unicycle up on the rocks. And okay, let's see where I was going. I think I had some other options for direction. Yeah, let's take this way. I smell like a strange smell in the air. It smells like manure or something. I don't get that. It's confusing me. Because it's like, it's not just in one area, it's like everywhere. It's interesting how the birds are just sitting on this path. So I think because of where I entered the park, I'm kind of like on a side of it, a certain side. I want to try to get to the other side. I'm just not sure how to do that. Maybe I should have read those signs just to see if something looks familiar. And then by reading the signs, everything becomes more familiar over time. And I'll start figuring things out. If I don't read them, then I won't learn that way. Wow, where is this going? I have no idea. It seems to be going back where I came from. I may have to leave the park and then enter a different area if I want to get to the other side. I know there's a way to get over there, I just don't know what it is. So I'm excited about tomorrow's ride. Oh, when this video began, let me start a new video. Stop recording. Stop recording.